An elimination game here at the Asia Minor with major implications. One of these teams will be heading home. Currently, ViCi sat 1-0 up after winning out the map pick of Beyond in a very convincing fashion. We get ready now to head into Inferno. And this is where things are really starting to look up for this ViCi roster. Yeah,
things definitely get hot and spicy in map number 2, but not really for Beyond. Things are, well, only a map away from elimination, as you say, and going home. That's a long flight back to Thailand with not too much success behind it. Definitely not what Beyond Esports want after this game, but they might not have a say in the matter. ViCi certainly came off to a fiery start on that first map of Mirage, the pick of Beyond, which is definitely the worst case scenario, right? Getting wrecked on your own map and then moving to a map that is going to be very good for your opposition doesn't bode well.
Yeah, but we did see ViCi get it handed to them on this map, at least in the first half just yesterday.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, they're able to recover that somewhat. I believe it was a 16-13 loss to the Gosu Gaming gang, as they've now been dubbed. But look at this round, Beyond lots of aggression, lots of confidence. Confidence is key, they say, but you also have to hit your shots. And there's STK and Olivia able to open things up. So a bit of a decimation of this pistol round. ViCi certainly not prepared for that sort of pace. They do have players up in the apartments now looking to try and go for this fast A play. But Giggs still residing inside of this bomb site could cause them some problems.
Yeah, they actually bail out of that idea. They're waiting for Kazi to go join them, but he's not going to check his right angle. And Olivia, oh, he should be able to catch him. Walking right past his Kazi. And to his own death as well, little does he know it. Advent and Freeman, last two players here, will be going for this B-Rap where a couple of CTs do sit, so some fights they can win potentially and get themselves back into this round. Advent's done it in a big way with a repeat from STK. That will find 2, 3 in the pistol for him. We needed a hero for Beyond, and he has shown up to the plate. And that's kind of what, nice to see from Beyond, right? You lose your map, you're losing confidence. Well, flip it on its head. Rush down mid on the pistol round of CT Inferno, and it works out for them wonderfully.
Uh-oh. Over on the mainstream, Hugo, a bit of an update for you. A pretty close game right now with Aqueous being up 12-11.
That's a bit of a comeback from Cyber.
It definitely is. And also, Jason Kaplan just made a bet that he has to shave his head if someone clutched, and they did. So there we go. RIP to his hair. He's going to be mimicking Tom.
I very much want to see that.
I have my hair trimmers with me, so we can make that happen.
We'll do it on stream.
We'll do it live on stream. Yeah. There we go.
Jason,
we're coming for you. That's what you get for making bold bets like that, or bold bets, I guess, but works both ways.
Well, a bold bet from Beyond is this push down banana.
It's like an alternative name for Bed Bath & Beyond. Bold Bet and Beyond.
What is Bed Bath & Beyond?
It's like an American shop for those items. I mean, it literally says it in the name, mate. No.
Razors.
Where are you getting this from?
What is a ball? How do you spell ball?
You said, what's Bed Bath & Beyond?
Oh, Bed Bath & Beyond.
Well, it's
I'm getting
pretty clear, mate. It says it in the name, doesn't it?
Do they sell Beyond Esports? That's... I don't know where I'm going with this. Let's move on. 3-on-2. STK's taking back the man advantage. It is just that forced round. Ooh! STK lighting up the scoreboard. 3 kills in the pit.
Man, you're the kind of guy who's like, snakes on a plane. What's that film about? Oh, well.
No, I just, yeah.
Yeah, mate, it's lemurs on a boat, would you believe? That's the sequel, sorry. But yeah, Beyond, they're going to move up 2-0 here on the map pick of ViCi. They get off to a good start, Hugo. And this is exactly what we saw yesterday, right? We saw Gosu over on this CT side rack up quite the half. It definitely wasn't one that ViCi are too keen on remembering. They were hoping to get off to a better start here. One thing I think it's important to note is Beyond, although, they lose their map pick, they were able to recover pretty nicely towards the end of Mirage. They salvage a couple of rounds. They definitely make it a much more respectable game on the back of what was an 11-4 half, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 12-3.
12-3.
Yeah, that feels more right.
Wait, sorry, you're talking about the previous map, or you're talking about that Gosu game?
Previous map.
11-4.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about the Gosu game.
Oh, okay.
That was 12-3 in favour of Gosu, and it was on the CT side that they got 12 rounds, so...
Yeah. There's been a lot of dominating scorelines, right? There's a lot of, very one-sided games to remember. I feel like that's so common with this, right? Like these opening games have all been either very one-sided or intense overtime games. There's not really been any just like, I mean, I guess it's every game, right? They're either close or they're not, so you know, I can't just give both options and say that they've been that. Here's the push up towards top of Banana from ViCi. They're going to try and challenge for this portion of the map. Beyond do have 3 players here. So very aware that there could have been this early B play. This AWP going to be out early on over on Olivia. Not something we really saw all too much on Mirage. Something that they were definitely more keen to bring out on their CT side half. But already Freeman, quick double. Quickly returned by Rolex as he's reclaimed that man advantage. We're back into a 3-on-3. And he's proven to be a real force of nature inside of this B bomb site.
Watch out for Rolex indeed. SDK, he's been having a great game, but only a 1-for-1 on long. This bomb coming as well. Now we might even see the rotate from Rolex, but it's taking its time. Olivia needs a couple of kills here to try and hold off the bomb site, and he started off well. The tag from Kaze, pistol in his hand, but it's only a Glock, and it'll get dropped to the floor. Olivia holding down the pit. This is looking like a far better start for Beyond. We know, as you said, ViCi on this T side, not perfect. And it's being proven already. 4-0 start for Beyond. We said this would go 3 maps before the game, but after watching that previous one, I would not have thought that this is the way this map would have been starting. Beyond have definitely bounced back quite well from that previous. Let's see how long they can keep it up. ViCi on pistols here. The fast B play seems to be in order.
Ooh, fast to be, and I tell you what, both players foul. This colony's collapsing up at this B bomb site. Rolex, in with the trade, has been able to pull this back into a 3-on-3 at the very least, so it's not possible. This is really not a round that ViCi went into believing they could pick up. It was just this partial investment, but this looks like it could be one of the closest rounds yet. Flash for Rolex to try and get him up in towards the top of Banana. That's thrown in by Olivia. Time ticking down here. Plenty of utility still up for Beyond, and that's going to be something that causes ViCi a lot of problems here. These smokes rain in, and this just segregates these ViCi players from one another. As Rolex in with the first trade found by Freeman, and he's not content with one. He's going to team up with Orman, and they double peek into that. So ViCi, on the back of just a partial buy, something they cobbled together overnight, they're able to find their first round. Yeah,
that smoke almost coming really back to haunt Beyond, right? It cuts off that position with 2 players on coffins, which is great. But the issue is, once that smoke went down, they kind of gave up on the idea of players, you know, pushing through it. And Beyond is getting caught out by the aggression and the crossfires being held from ViCi. Now they're the ones on pistols, Harry. Forget the 4-0 start. You lose one to an eco, and you get broken yourselves. So not too much investment here. Means ViCi can start things off on this T side slowly but surely. This AWP even here on Kaze, and it's locking down middle as well. Gotta be careful with this close peek from Olivia. Rolex maybe boosting him up as well on this left wall. Now the fast mid play, the timing could get very good for ViCi. They catch these players setting up, and already a man advantage taken. Long wrap coming through now. They don't have Banana, so they can't go for this B split, but A is still looking tantalizing. SDK has got to hold it alone from the graveyard, but he's putting them in exactly that. 3 Deagle headshots. Now the trades are here for ViCi, and the bomb's still dropped in the open, so Giggs has a chance to win this round.
Oh, but he just misses the timing on the cross from Freeman, and he's going to continue this fantastic form that we saw from Mirage. Important thing to note, Kaze going to be over on this T side now, right? And this is where you expect to see AWPers fall off, and he's certainly living up to that stereotype right now. Has slowed down quite considerably. Freeman is going to be the man we're looking towards, I would say, a lot more to open up these bomb sites. I don't think it's going to be till the CT side half that we get to see Kaze come into his own. I think that's also largely why yesterday we did see such a dominant scoreline in that first half from Gosu, right? And then it wasn't till ViCi moved into their CT side that they were able to get back into this game. So for Beyond, as you've already seen, if you're able to swing momentum in your favor, you're able to take a dominant CT side half versus ViCi. They're not immortal on this map.
Oh no.
But this man certainly could be. Freeman once more starting things off with the man advantage for ViCi, and what a way to find it with the wall bang there into the apartments. Olivia desperately trying to bail Rolex out at long, but he's only good for one. Rolex now taking up position in the library. Giggs almost catching the timing, and he's able to drop the bomb. So now a real chance here for Beyond to salvage this round.
Oh, but the weapon switch, it catches Giggs off guard, and now it's only Tor. He is still on the archway with the bomb dropped in the open, but will he be ready for it? He's focused on Kaze, and he doesn't get the kill. 2 for him. Not quite dropping off, but also not taking that AWP. He'll stick with the AK going forward. Good decision considering ViCi have been finding success with the rifles. Still, it seems like Beyond haven't lost their confidence, though. They're still willing to take these gunfights. Now, the trading from ViCi has been pitch perfect on this T side so far in these last couple of rounds, but Beyond have definitely been putting up the pressure. These constant long peaks, these rotations have been good as well. Let's see if they can keep it up, but for now it is pistols, Harry. 4th round on the cards for ViCi. Seeing ViCi up banana this time. Double molly to try and not only force anyone out from the sandbags, but contain anyone on the corner. Don't let them push in to assist their teammate. Now, a bit of mainstream update for you guys as well. Aqueous, how do I say it?
Yeah,
you
nailed it.
16-14 over CyberZen. They do close it out. Got very close, but win is a win, Harry.
We will endeavour to keep you updated with the mainstream and the progress that's being made over there. Interesting that that shaped up to be such a close game.
Yeah.
But in this round now, just the eco from Beyond. You don't really fancy their chances. That said, STK, from the graveyard last time we saw him find and work miracles with this Deeg. He's now looking to try and do it from the pit. Different location and same outcome, only this time Zoking is there just to immediately pick him up. And that leaves Tor and Giggs in this 2v5. They likely maybe don't even bother peeking into it. Tor's just going to wait, try and find some exits, try and get an AK out of this round. Giggs likely going to go ahead and post himself up over here in second mid. As you can see, he's aggressing in through T-Apps, going to go ahead and set up outside of the apartments, wait for players to walk into their crosshairs. Look at Freeman on the left. That little crab boy has Orman with him. It's the Muns joining up again. No. I thought maybe we'd see something there, but we didn't get to. That's going to be 4-4. We're all tied up. I guess I should say Freeman and Orman, because you don't say Spider-Man. Oh, I wish we did, though. Is it a
bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Superman.
I always prefer saying man as mun.
Say it however you want, Harry. I mean, that's not really how names work.
Yeah, that definitely isn't.
Either way, 4-4 here. Beyond, back on the buy. No AWP, though, for either side. We've seen Kaze reluctant to pull that up. Molotovs are good, but so is the one from Rolex, actually. Taking down Kaze. 1-for-1 up on the top of Banana already. Tor caught in the corner, and he may get spammed down low. 25 HP. Advent retreating through the Molotov. We even have this apartments control right now for ViCi, so pressure being put all over the map, and these two B players getting tagged up as well. Now we're going to see ViCi rotate back round. So Olivia, he's watching Bauk, but he gives them free passage into pit. If they go right side of the balcony, they can drop into that without too much stop from Olivia. He's got to watch out for his mid push as well. Luckily enough, there is STK to peek wide if that does come through. Orman, pressure coming through. Olivia drops the bomb. That's a nice kill, but he's got players coming from all angles, and STK just killed his teammate.
Yeah, they will be able to get this bomb down, but sitting a man down, no real time. Actually, that smoke down does give them a little bit more time to set up these post pods. They do still have the Molotov as well on Advent. Plenty of flashbangs to try and buy that much more time. Tor's gone up into the apartments, and Freeman going to reposition down here in the pit. Does leave this portion of the map open. Advent getting on a Molotov off short, buys that much more time, but they first want to try and win this fight out Onto Rolex, Tor out from the apartments, dispatches of the man there, but Advent, good for one, time ticking down, and Tor, this round's been stripped away from him. There's no time for the defuse, and ViCi will take the lead, 5-4.
That team kill just made all the difference, Harry. That just lost beyond the round. I mean, they had a nice setup there. We had Olivia focused on mid and apartments. STK's whole job was to keep Olivia alive, so Olivia can focus on that apps push, and while he drops the bomb, takes down that second mid player, takes a 5-on-3 immediately. Boom, team kill. Not what you want.
With friends like these, who needs enemies, Hugo? That's what they say. ViCi going to be sitting 5-4 up. And yeah, I mean, you know, it's not every day you get to see such a big implication come in from one team kill, but they're never fun. Let's hope this doesn't cause disarray within the ranks of Beyond. Oh, Rolex. He's certainly started to find his footing here on Inferno, having a great showing thus far. He's been allowed to retrieve that AK early on. No trade in sight, as it was just Orman over in the apartments riding solo for the time being. ViCi going to try and turn their attention to taking control of the top mid, and now they've got this portion of the map, the question becomes, they haven't had to expel any utility to get it, so what are they going to do with this foothold?
Oh, STK spots them. Quick deagle spam. These players in bits are more aware of the wraparound now, but it's coming from both positions, short and long. And we have a very heavy setup here. That AK on Rolex could make so much difference as well. It's moved to the mini pit. He's got a bait setup as well with his teammate. If he can find a kill, they surely won't be aware. And Olivia can grab a gun. STK might not need his help because he's found himself one on the site. And Olivia with two doesn't even need the AK. Great setup from Beyond. Very surprising. Catches out ViCi there with a AAA setup. And 5-5. All equaled up. Beyond making a lot of money off the back of that win, and we do have the same case for ViCi with a bit more cash left in the coffers, but either team on the side of Eco, or on the edge of Eco rather.
Once more, aggression up through Banana. Molotov there, and Giggs in with the double spray down. No attempt at the trade just yet. You can see Orman was desperate to try and go for it, but the Molotov's just keeping him at base. They do a great job of using the utility to isolate these players, but straight away, he gets his revenge. Forward at the teeth to go for it. He will pick it up. Rolex already up past that smoke, but Freeman elsewhere at this A bomb site, able to drop the man over in top mid, and now STK was hesitant a little bit on this rotation. It's going to be here still pretty quickly, all things considered. Smoke off on Rolex, but Orman goes aggressive through that smoke down at Coffins, and he's just not ready. STK in a 1v3, now turned 1v2. Freeman is tagged down low at that. A real chance for this man here. Oh, dodges the initial volley. STK creeps forward, good for one. Zoking has that crossfire set up, is able to trade very, very quickly. And ViCi going to go to move up into the lead, 6-5 now over on the T side, which when you think about how weak this T side looked just yesterday, and even in the start of this map, it has been a real switch around in this, in these last few rounds rather.
Yeah, now holding the lead with pistols and a single AWP for Olivia. Not going to be the best of starts. Great utility and damage, though, down Banana. Going to push these players to 40 and 20 HP, respectively. Now Beyond putting on the pressure, trying to convert those to kills, but got to watch out on the edge of that smoke. These T's backing off as well. Well, they want nothing to do with this, but this is going to funnel them back into the AWP on that A-bomb site. Little do they know it, walking to the more stacked of the two sites. However, this apartment's play with the SMGs could be the right call to make for ViCi. It's just down to Olivia more than anything, and he has had a very good game. A lot of crucial kills when we've seen him on that orb. Ooh, STK again. He's showing us what he can do with this deagle. 1 for 1. Now the player's out in pit. ViCi have made the drop, and oh dear, just 3 kills in a second. A site completely turned over. And just like that, ViCi win the round.
Yeah, for Tor and Giggs, they're really a long way from home, and they're just going to look to try and hold on to this 5-7 and CZ combo. I think it speaks volumes that we haven't had to see that same performance from Kazi as we saw on Mirage, for them to field a strong T-side still. It's just been Freeman stepping into his own. And I mean, this is the scary thing, right? Kazi was very much the man who shone very brightly back on Mirage, right? The only reason why I think Freeman wasn't right up there with him is just because Kazi was beating him to the kills first.
I mean, Freeman still had a pretty good kill.
He still had a fantastic one.
Kazi ended around about 30 frags.
Yeah, I think it was like 27 to 9 or something off the top of my head. Well, yeah, something like that. And you know, this is the thing. Between these two players, you have such a strong force. Like, either one of them can step up, and the fact that they're both doing that today is a terrifying thing if you're Beyond. One thing I do think it's good, though, is I think it's going to make for a very exciting series if ViCi are able to close out this series, right? Because then we've got ViCi versus Gosu, the rematch from day one, and we get to see ViCi, while they're firing on all cylinders, go toe-to-toe with a team that yesterday we saw, you know, have a good start, but then fall a little bit flat in that matchup versus MVP.
Yeah, that'd be very nice, and as well in a best of 3 as well, where, you know, it's less upset potential. Of course, I don't necessarily think ViCi have a guaranteed win there. Gosu played some good Counter-Strike yesterday, but a rematch will be a lot of fun, and a very likely situation as well, considering ViCi are up 7-5 on map 2. Beyond Esports facing elimination here in the minor. And one player on this A site to do it all. He can't even start it off. Great shot from Freeman. You weren't wrong when you said he's having a fantastic game. 14-7 on the man himself. Bomb site stacked for B, and they're going to have to save.
Yeah, I am a fan of this, though, from Beyond. You know, they're not going to run any unnecessary risks. They're not going to bother setting any of these armored players in to try and see what they can get away with. Instead, they just go for the hard save here. That's going to give them that much more to work with into the next, especially on Tor and Giggs. You're going to have that extra utility to work with thanks to the armor being carried forward. I think that's pretty important, especially with the emphasis that ViCi have been making on taking this early map control, you know, really working the banana portion of the map, making sure that every round they take control of top banana, taking control of top mid. These have been the two avenues that if you're Beyond, you haven't been able to keep ViCi out of. And if you're giving them that much ground for free, you know, you have so little to answer back with, then you are going to have these problems, as we've seen. It was back when Beyond were challenging for these portions of the map, able to go in, try and retake control of the top of Banana, retake control of the top of mid, that we saw them found the majority of their success on this CT side. So finally they have salvaged a bit of a better bite. Important to note, still no AWP out here on this CT side. And they will be challenging for Banana. We can see already that utility's done so much damage, it forces Freeman into a very uncomfortable situation indeed. But somehow he still gets away with finding the man advantage. I was certain he was going to perish in those Molotovs.
Yeah, somehow. I mean, ViCi have already done this before where they lose early damage on Banana but still convert the round. And this time they've even found a pick behind it. Now they are against rifles rather than these pistols of the last time. Olivia winning his battle in middle, getting Freeman. Soaking going to try and trade, but Olivia finds a frag, and ViCi losing out these gunfights, maybe turning things around for Beyond in round number 14, but the re-aggression not necessary. And a 4-on-3, and it cost Olivia his life as Val ViCi pulled it back into a 3-on-3. They are low on 2 players, but this could be the recovery.
One of the things that I think is so nuts is Freeman is only 19. I think he's very talented for someone so young, and it's just in one of these regions where maybe doesn't get the chance to show his skills off all too much. He's always been one of the stars within the teams that he's been a part of, at least historically. Ooh. Rolex salvaging a 6th round here for the CT side, so they managed to pick up another, and now heading into the last round of the half, that means they're allowed to field a full buy here. They put a lot of emphasis on that one buy in the round prior, and it pays off for them.
Yeah, 6 rounds on the CT side. It's still recoverable with 6 or 7, but it's definitely going to be a hard task considering we know ViCi, their CT side was what brought them back into that game versus Gosu yesterday after only 3 rounds on the T side of Inferno. They've more than doubled that, nearly tripled it, and there's still a chance to do so. Olivia tagged up early on. We have this AWP on Kaze as well. See if we can find his form on this T side. Can be very difficult to put out the AWP, but with none on the CTs, there's that problem for Beyond. Money's been teetering for both rosters in these last few rounds. Olivia close towards the apartments, and Kaze looking for a pick now. Bit of an unconventional AWP opening spot, but he might be able to find one with a close player. That Molotov forcing Kaze back. Olivia going back in for it, but he won't commit too much. Actually, I say that, almost peeking in. Kaze's going to get tagged down to 11 HP, rather. And we may see ViCi just bail out of this bomb site. So they've already got top B controlled. Tor, the only smoke left for his team is going to be on the right side of the map. But look at the push-up from Olivia, and as a result, the rotation call from Beyond.
Yeah, this information is so massive. Olivia's done so much for the team already in this round. And that's before even a single kill has graced the server. They say knowledge is power, and you're about to see why. Beyond with 4 players inside of this B bomb site. ViCi, they don't know it, but they're walking into one hell of a crossfire. In the blink of an eye, everybody's been dealt with. Zoking finished off, and Beyond, they will pick up a 7th round, salvaging a pretty decent half, all things considered. ViCi sitting with a 1-round advantage here, heading into the second on their map pick. Currently 1-up in this series. Will the good times keep on coming for Beyond, or will ViCi wipe the floor with them, heading into their stronger side? Find out after the break.
Intel Extreme Masters is brought to you in part by Intel, Vodafone, Acer Predator, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, HyperX, Betway, and Pay Safeguard.
(8-7) at the end of the first half in favor of ViCi, but they only sport a 1-round advantage here, which is Not much in comparison to the 11-4 we saw them gain early on back on Mirage. Now, this is their map pick, so interesting that it's been a closer affair thus far. We were anticipating that we'd see a much stronger CT side out of this team anyway, so maybe living up to the expectations right now. And they're going to go aggressive down through mid. Beyond, they had this as their strategy for their CT side pistol round, and they're now going to get a taste of their own medicine as Kazi and Freeman, they find everybody down on Banana. That's the 9th round locked in for ViCi as a dominant pistol round goes their way.
Yeah, you could see the difference there as Beyond instantly charged a B site, so they had no one watching their backside. They were already up ramp before that push down mid had even come through. So very unfortunately, running to their death. Little did they know it, and they even found both entries on B as well. That's the worst part about it. So nice round from ViCi to start things off, and Beyond, they need anything they can get here, just pistols. Again, the mid-rush. ViCi, they are looking to flex their way to a 2-0 victory here. Oh, Zokin catches STK as a dink through the wall, but Kaze is at least alive. And ViCi are just all over the map, everywhere you don't want them to be if you're Beyond. Giggs is stuck in the spawn, and they are not going to fear this position either. Okay, reasonable shot, mid-air, cool. 10 rounds.
Yeah, but what can you even do against that, right?
Nothing, yeah.
At least we have the bite for Beyond. I'll just be rifles out, and you can see for ViCi, it's the attempt at the bonus here, keeping a lot of these SMGs in play. Might see aggression down Banana as a result. You can already see Orman and Advent toying with that idea. These nades finding loads of damage, and ooh, STK, I was going to say, he's lucky to be alive. Doesn't stand the test of time much longer. Orman hitting in this smoke.
The reason that Molotov is so good there is because it forces ViCi back. Even though Beyond aren't taking top B control, that Molotov gives the illusion that they are, and well, now they actually will be. So ViCi want to give up this portion of the map rather than get sectioned off by the fire and flames. And that's fine, they're in a 5-on-3 with damage done to Tor, little do they know. He's so low. So push back in, and well, the meat grinder is activated. It's ViCi finding every single kill. 11 rounds to 7. Harry, this is looking very, very good on the first start, or the start of the half for ViCi. Beyond losing another rifle round, and now pistols coming through here for the ties. For the tie team.
If you confuse yourself there, here you go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this isn't the best of buys. It's not one that's going to inspire too much confidence. And Zoking's gone down through mid. Zoking choking out Rolex. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought he hit that, and I was going to cry. I'm going to be honest. That would have done it.
You wouldn't be alone.
Please, no one keep peeking into this. They are really feeding the beast down here, allowing Olivia to find a double that really he shouldn't have. Orman's going to mop it up, and okay. This is not how rounds normally go down. All those fights happening over in mid. ViCi, they're feeling very, very confident. They're just pugging this game out, taking these fights, and they're making it work.
They've just had enough, Harry. That's what it looks like. ViCi just want this game to be over with, and they're just pushing mid every round. I imagine that's what we're going to have. Although,
yeah, I mean, it's been aggression down Banana, aggression down mid, and Beyond haven't really been able to do anything about it. Maybe they're going to really spice things up and go aggressive in apps. I mean, this time you have the AWP on Kazi as well. He can try and challenge over here in middle. He will have Olivia to try and duel against if he wants to. More nades down Banana. Going to find early chip damage onto Rolex and Tor. That's significant as well because we have, you know, these M4s, these Orgs out for ViCi. And that now softens these. Oh my goodness, Orman.
yeah.
Forget about softening players up. He's just tearing them in half.
Nothing softer than flesh. Harry. That's what they say.
Is that what they say?
That's probably what
Who says that? Hannibal Lecter.
They.
They.
And ViCi, well, they are collecting flesh, Harry. They're off to the flesh factory right now because Beyond are left down to one.
God, the flesh factory.
That's just that big hole in the ground. She puts the lotion on her skin.
Oh my goodness. Right.
Oh no! Olivia saw him, but he's been baited. Kaze's going to peek out from CT. And moving on with another round as much as this conversation should. It's 13-7.
Oh, dearie me. Yeah, ViCi, they're feeling just stellar right now, and I can't say I blame them. They have looked unreal over on this CT side. That's something that you have to give to this team, right? Even though their T side can be very, very hit and miss, their CT side on this map is incredibly consistent. They really do seem to have that section of it down pat. Kaze going to go up into the apartments. He hears players close, so he's going to have information that there's a large insurgency building up in second mid.
Oh, anything you can do, we can do better.
I feel like this has just been like, I don't know, man. This game has been so weird for just kills coming in like that, or like double spray downs through smoke, these nuts wall bangs. There was that amazing 3KD from STK. It has just been a game for a highlight reel at this point in time. But Orman, one of the mans who would definitely feature on that highlight reel. He's been able to find the opener here for ViCi and pull them back into a 4-on-4. The issue you're going to have is that you've only got one man at this B-bomb site, and that's Advent.
He's got a lot to do and not a lot to do it with. An M4 and no nades. Oh, they don't have a smoke for the spawn, though, so he can take the fight. The issue is he doesn't get a kill, Harry. It's actually a team kill. STK taking down Giggs. Now this fast flank down Banana is going to be in effect. Tor's the only man to stop this, and as I said, they don't have this utility. They don't have the nades. So they may be carrying towards the CT spawn, but this push from Zokin gets caught. Tor with one. They need to trade this frag. Fake flash coming through. Doesn't work. Kaze's ready for it. Now the 2-on-2.
Yeah, a real chance, but it's Rolex and STK. These two have both individually had massive clutch moments. Now they get to play into this together. And Kaze on the retake with his AWP. That is anything but ideal. So he's just got to fall back off Banana. Beyond will manage to salvage an 8th round. They're still looking to try and take us through to a 3rd map, Hugo. Still have plenty of fight left in them.
They're just so far away as well, and ViCi have so much money to play with, even though they're only on 13 rounds. I say only to that of 8 for Beyond. And a full buy can come back in here for the Chinese. And if they find a reset onto 14 rounds here, Harry, this is probably where the game is over. Beyond have to win this rifle round. They cannot afford to get reset.
Yeah, the money in these bank accounts for Beyond has really ran low. And you're dead on. This really does become a must-win round. If you want Beyond to make the comeback happen, then this is the round you need to pay attention to, because this decides their fate. Not just in this matchup, but at the minor. Let's not forget the loser of this best of 3. They're gone. And it is a very long flight home indeed. Yeah, you're someone who knows flights very, very well. How long is the flight time from here to Thailand, roughly, do you think?
About 12 hours, I would say.
Yeah, sounds about right.
12 hours, yeah. I've never flown directly to Thailand. I've gone to Malaysia. Every time I've gone for Thailand, I've had a layover.
Ah, right. Well, let's hope that Beyond are at least flying direct, as they've already lost them out early on. Olivia falls down here in mid. Giggs up towards the top of Banana, does have this bomb with him. Orman here, and Kaze now rotated round, going to be joining up with the 2B bomb site defenders, but the first man's been toppled. Advent in with one. Kaze's just going to go hunting, but look at this. Zoking's left alone at this A bomb site. There's players all around. He's able to find the first. He knows that Tor's up with the apartments, and Zoking, he might have just done enough. Rolex left up in a 1v3. First has to try and deal with the point man who's caused him so many problems, but he does. And now this bomb can go down. There's no time to get into these post plants. He already has a crosshair trained in on him. But that Molotov forces Advent off the angle. He's not ready for that fast flank from Kaze. And that will mean a 14th round presents itself now to ViCi. The bomb plant, at least, Hugo, maybe gives Beyond a chance. But you're really clutching at straws for them there.
Yeah, if you're relying on the bomb plant here, you're going to be kind of out of luck. It's 14-8. You can see the money is far from good, and that bomb plant delayed to even allow for the AWP to be picked up back at B, where Kaze dropped it. So he's still equipped on his favorite weapon. Be a bit slower this map, but that's something you predicted coming into it. It's not an AWP's Paradise Inferno, and no need for him as well. Freeman's been stepping up. Zokin just had a massive round as well. Orman has been consistent all series. So great work from ViCi to be up to 14-8. Now last chance for Beyond. 2 AKs, Galil, Mac 10, and the Tech 9. It's Kaze watching down lower middle ready. It's fast play up through the second though, in through T apartment. So looking to convert on this A site potentially. That mid smoke going to give Beyond the room to actually challenge top mid. Top B is not under their control. Orman spraying through again, doing damage to Giggs, who crosses to the logs. Oh.
I mean, what do you even do against that? Giggs gonna get annihilated. Oh, Olivia might have just found something out here on the A-bomb side, and indeed he has. Zoking once more thrust into a bit of a clutch scenario here for the meantime. Orman has now rotated around and joined up with his teammate inside of the A-bomb site. Rolex and Olivia afforded a little bit of time to try and set up these post-plant positions. They hear Olivia falling into the pit, but Rolex, big shot to miss. Olivia is in with his third of the round, and he still looks to go for more. Wasn't content with it and will get shut down. A 15th round for ViCi as they reach map and series point. Beyond staring down the barrel of needing 7 rounds in a row to dodge elimination and take this one through to overtime.
It just looks so unrealistic. This team, these ViCi guys are so warmed up and looking a step above yesterday. I'm so excited for that rematch versus Gosu as well, right? That's going to be a big one. Can ViCi step up to the same level that they are right now, right here in such an important game? Now Beyond, back up against the wall. (15-8). A single AK as well. This buy is even worse than the previous. They've got nades, but I'm really grasping at positives here when there's not really too many. Smoke down the middle, slow down this mid play for Beyond. They might even just go straight through it. They are on pistols after all, so smoke up on long. Molly to lock down that mid play for just a few more seconds. But Kaze is making contact on short.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a bait and switch. Freeman gets the attention. Kaze takes that peek. Rolex offers himself up, and I mean, they were just a few millimeters away from that being the collateral onto the man in Boiler. Oh, Molotov going to force Kaze forward, but it doesn't matter because Zoking able to get 2. Everybody falls, and ViCi a 2-0 victory as they take another convincing win here on Inferno. They are now going to be trying to get revenge versus Gosu. Of course, for Beyond, that means their time here draws to a close. They're going to be heading home. Definitely not the results I think that we'd wanted to see from them. Not the results that they'd hoped for. And I mean, I think for them, you know, the second that we see them lose their map pick and ViCi looks so dominant there, a lot of the hope you had for them really does go out the window.
Yeah, it is Beyond again. You got to remember this team's in a bit of an identity crisis right now in terms of rosters and orgs, etc. So coming into this event, we weren't really sure how that was going to play out in terms of them being on the server. And yeah, unfortunately, not going too well for them. You know, pack it up, pack it in, and give it another go next time. But it's still, you know, 2 minors in a row for Beyond. They're definitely at the level where they can qualify. They're just struggling to get to the next step. And the thing you always have to remember in Counter-Strike is not every team can be a top team. Not every team can be the best team in the world. So, you know, you need these teams that are still working and grinding and improving. We're seeing improvements from them, but ViCi looking like they're on a whole nother level right now. So 2-0 win. They're going to be going to face Gosu next year on the B stream. I think Connor and Launders are going to be jumping in for that game, if I'm correct, as well, as we move over to the North American side of things this afternoon. So join us after the break for the rematch of the day.